TV3Newday. Thanks to Grant Park Clothing and Dan Suman for my outfit. 02098556696. They also have branches across parts of Ghana. The business analyst is first on our list today. It says 500 lifeguards deployed to protect lives on Volta Lake. Also, government releases 50 million Ghana cedis to NHIS. Majority Chief Whip discloses. Good morning to you, Dr. Bernardo Koboy. Ghana must not look outside when it comes to dredging, according to Akufo-Addo, and consider plight of Ghanaians. Chief of Staff urges PRC over utility tariffs. NSS personnel threatens strike over unpaid arrears. Well, the plight of Ghanaians, madam, is that ECG has gone to catch somebody who has done illegal connection, used it for his business, asked him to pay 480,000 and immediately installed new meters for the person. So it means that they have money out there. They have to go and collect it and stop burdening us. ABC News. New bridge over River Pra, 60% complete, and government committed to bridging the north-south disparity education, according to Dr. Baumia. Okay, the anchor this morning says special prosecutor sits on massive tax evasion petition against La Bianca Frozen Foods as Tema Port boils. Education's Education Ministry accused of rendering GES useless, and Dangote cement workers angry over poor salary after 5 years of no increment. Coming up, Lord Come's 4 and 5 scam boys unmasked, and 500 lifeguards out to save lives on Volta Lake. Minister of Transport, Ecozoil partners in that. The Finder newspaper, 50% of crashes caused by fatigue driving due to lack of rest stops, according to the National Road Safety Authority. Hands off Achimota Forest. One Ghana movement tells government. Well, construction is already happening in there, by the way. Regions directed to appoint 7 more executives with 14 days. John Boydu. Rally the youth behind Youth Star. Dr. John Kuma appeals to all state institutions. Media houses should syndicate to become commercially viable upon Nkrumah, and MTN declares 2 billion Ghana cedis profit rather after tax pays 70.6% dividends. The Daily Guide. Mohammed's advisor scores 0 in PDP primaries. Dele Momodu there, Chief Dele Momodu there with John Mahama and a hearty laugh. The Japan appears before Privileges Committee today. Indom's USGN Bank in hot water. Opuni third witness accused of deceit, and Roberts raid mining site kill 2. It adds to the numbers that I was putting out this morning. Corporate issues step up issuance by 22.9 billion Ghana cedis remains a viable option for investors. Bank of Ghana piloting offline version of eCedi, and Starside Energy is Africa's fastest growing renewable energy company. 500 lifeguards graduate to save lives in the Volta Lake. The Ghanaian Times. At Kwame Nkrumah Interchange, I've spoken about this so many times and asked Honorable Henry Quarte, as he's telling us to clean our frontage. This is his frontage of Ayawaso Central, frontage of Okaikwe South, frontage of Klote Kole constituency. Honorable Zaneto Ajima Rawlings, Honorable Dakwa Newman, Henry Quarte, Mayor of Accra, Elizabeth Saki, Mayor of Klote Kole area, Niaje Taria, and then one here at Nima. This is your frontage. Junkies, beggars, failed take over. Our city authorities seem helpless. And I've done this. They go and clear them, they come back the next day. They clear them, they come back the next day. What is the permanent fix? Let Rally Youth for You Start program, Deputy Finance Minister to MMDC's others. 500 lifeguards passed out. And finally, the Daily Graphic. Flood control drain project stall. 117.7 million Ghana cedis spent on 12 kilometers. Don't use oil revenue to pay judgment debt. Piak. Commander Sugar Factory to refine raw sugar. Arrangements concluded to molasses import. Well, the president promised us that the sugar factory was going to start full operation in April. We are in May, and we are not talking about importation. But happy birthday to triplets, Michelle, Miguel, and Michaela. You are 5 today. This from Mavis Asari. Also, a happy birthday to the Human Resource Manager of Cedi Government Hospital, Mr. Albert Ni Ajay. This is from all your friends. Also, a happy birthday to 4-star Buffo, one of the commoners of Ghana's strongest. Today is your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday also to Mr. Kojo Hayford, CEO of the Ghana Cocoa Awards and founder of the Cocoa Post. Happy birthday to you. Reverend Father Robert Nidako Atopi, Benjamin Alpha, today is your birthday as well. Mrs. Sandra Lamte, today is your birthday. Efriye Wuta, it's your birthday today as well. Kojo Benti Enchil, CEO of RBS, executive member of Mobile 96, it's your birthday today. And last but definitely not least, to Senior Blaobi Bishop Gideon Titi Ofe, founder of the Pleasant Place Church, CEO of Accra Business School, from Nadu Olenu, all the Blaobi family, and from your church members as well. They wish you a happy birthday. Today, the Speaker of Parliament has an event at 1 p.m. at the Accra International Conference Center. It is the maiden edition of the Speaker's Special Seminar, and the theme is Parliament in Business and the Supreme Court in Perspective. On Tuesday, 31st May, that's today, and it's happening. The Nana Kobran Kecha will be there. Professor Kofi Abochi will be there as well. And Clara Berry Kasati will be there as well, and some others. So you make time to join at the Accra International Conference Center. My guest this morning, lawyer Godwin Eduji Kujo Tamaklo. He's a member of the NDC's Legal and Communications team. And also Frederick Kofi Ameyal. He is the information officer of Ghana's permanent mission to the UN stationed in New York. Gentlemen, welcome. Good morning. How are you doing?
Johnny, it's been a while.
Yes, you have abandoned me for the New York
never
weather.
abandon.
So.
How can I abandon you? You're always in my face.
Good to have you back.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. It's been great to be back. It's always a pleasure and a privilege to serve my country through politics, through the MPP.
Right.
I think you are doing well.
Thank you.
You are doing well. And I like the fact that you bring up these issues, which for me should attract the attention of the authorities so that they can take the necessary steps to address them. But sometimes. But it's all good. For Ghana.
It's too hard there.
Oh,
it's
do
okay.
what you do.
It's okay.
Do what you do.
It's okay. Thank you. Council, good morning to you.
Good morning and good morning.
But you were active a while ago. You are sounding like you're all cool.
Good morning to my brother Ameyal. Just use your platform to wish some three people.
Right.
A woman who had acted as I always call her my Facebook mother, Madam Janet Akoli.
Okay.
Today happens to be her birthday.
Right.
And two comrades from the voter platform, Jejom Amenode, and then Felix Abevo. I wish them happy birthday.
Right.
That said, Johnny, let me just add to what he just said, to the fact that you are keeping the conscience of the country going. You know, ancient Rome had the like of Socrates, and the people used to call him the gadfly. And you know what the gadfly does is that periodically it gives a sting, either to the horse or whatever, to provide a certain shake. A lot more elders of this country, with the greatest respect, appears to have gone to sleep against the social ills of this country. As a young person, you have the benefits of keeping your cool, enjoying your little salaries, and making good. However, you've taken it upon yourself, the associated risk, the accusations, the insinuations and innuendos, to hold this country and its leadership to account. In fact, of all the things that you said this morning, there's none that you want personally.
No.
There's none.
I don't want it.
You don't want anything for your personal comforts, but you are basically asking for the common good,
The masses.
for all of us. I can only wish you well. It is not easy. I can only wish you well.
At all.
And I hope it doesn't stop.
Well, I didn't start
No, he
today.
can't stop.
I didn't start
Because
today.
you see, the point is that when you lead the masses in the manner you are doing and you stop, they become suspicious.
They will.
You'll be finding out how come that you have suddenly stopped.
Yeah.
Is it because someone behind is pulling some strings, or you have been compromised?
Yeah.
So it's a position that you can't stop.
I can't. And in fact,
And I will encourage, I know personally that the approaches have been made to men of God and others to talk to you. Obviously, you are not comfortable saying this. But
I don't have to say.
yes, men of God among others, your mother talking to her, to speak to you to tone down. What we do not know is that in all of this, you have never asked anybody on your show, Johnny's Bite, that come and give me money, come and do this, or your personal comfort. I can only wish you well.
Well, I didn't start today, and I don't think that I will stop. Some of those people who today have issues were with me Monday to Friday on 3FM 92.7 on a program we called Election Zone, the whole of 2016. And they were firing. I can give you the list, but it's not important at this point. Let's start, Council, from the GBA's quarters. I'm sure you've seen the release by your fraternity, and also the fact that 3 other lawyers, colleagues of the late lawyer, your friend, have also petitioned the IGP. And if you listen to the tone of the release, they certainly are not happy. They want something done. And again, it is not for them. It is for, again, the masses. Is it too late? Is it too early?
Johnny, I've read the release from the Ghana Bar Association, of which I am a member. And let me first of all start by saying that my deepest condolence to the family of Richard Badu Bie. Richard and I worked closely in a matter. There were about 5 accused persons. So he was counsel for the first accused, and I was counsel for the 5th.
Okay.
And so we worked very closely until we got our clients acquitted and discharged. And he was also a comrade. We're all lawyers associated with the NDC.
Oh, okay.
Yes. In fact, we were in Adan last year, of which he was actually given an award by the party for the work he did in the last election in the Jirapa area.
Right.
Remember that he is also an assemblyman. I mean, Richard, very educated and others, but was willing to go down to the very local politics to the extent that he even became an assemblyman, of which he's a member of the Jirapa District Assembly. Not only that, he had been one of our great, in fact, he was preparing to contest for constituency secretary, even in Jirapa. Yes, Richard, very affable, extremely intelligent young man, and we're doing a few things, you know, together. So on Saturday, when I heard about the gruesome murder, I was really, really heartbroken. Looking at the talent that, I mean, sometimes you can't, sometimes I just wish that we have a spare life somewhere that we can always intervene to have it restored. Now, with the speech coming from the Ghana Bar, the statement coming from them, I think it's welcoming. The issue of insecurity, and you had put out there that in 2021 alone, we recorded about 306 murders within
police data.
Yes, and that's the data coming from the police. I mean, if as a police service, there can be 306 murders, and you don't see that alarming, then that's problematic. So I saw the release from Kwesi Fori. You see, sometimes as a body, you know, engaged in fighting crime, I mean, lawyers are your best partners in this engagement.
Right.
And I felt that they should have taken the release from the Ghana Bar Association in good faith. The release from Kwesi Fori looked more like an attempt at image, you know, trying to portray a certain image that all is well. With the greatest respect to Mr. Kwesi Fori, how can all be well? When you are traveling, 5:30, you are accosted by armed men. Simple question, at least from the release from the police themselves. And then without much ado, you understand, they fire you and kill you right by your steering wheel. How can all be well, Mr. Kwesi Fori? I understand you are almost getting ready to go on retirement. I mean, don't put your name behind every release. All cannot be well, sir. I mean, if you look the face of the widow and the children of my learned friend, Richard, and you tell them that all is well, what are you telling them?
Keep on keeping on.
How safe is this country, Mr. Kwesifori? Please, please, you have done enough as a police officer. Don't. You are due for retirement. Go in peace. It's not everything that you must. I mean, this, when I read your release, I mean, it's like you are trying to, romanticize the pain of people. Highly insensitive statement. Please, a lot of people are going through so much. The robberies. Recently, one of our key persons in Savannah region, exactly on the Fufuso Solar Road, they also encountered a similar robbery incident. But they were able to escape it. So when you come out and you say, the Ghana Bar Association, obviously an association of lawyers, will not just stand up and put a press release without the benefit of looking at data. Your own data is showing that even last year, you recorded over 300 murder cases.
First quarter,
over 300 murder cases. And you say all is well. Mr. Police PRO, please, you can't PR this. Your statement is highly insensitive. Please withdraw it.
Okay. Well, the data from the Statistics Research and Monitoring Unit of the Criminal Investigations Department of the Ghana Police Service indicates that some 306 murder cases have been reported to the police from January 1 to June 30 this year. 261 males, 52 females. Of this number, some 261 are males and 52 are females. The report indicates that 313 cases were reported, but only 7 turned out that way. Now, the report indicated that in the period, though, 313 cases were reported to the police. They established that only 306 were actually murders after investigation. So 313 were reported. Police investigated, found out that 306 were actually murders. The rest were not. So that's the police own data from 2021, released up sometime in August 2021. Amea,
John,
is everything well?
Don't put him on the spot.
No.
I shouldn't ask my question.
It's a question I've been asked here before.
Right.
I recall sometime 2018 when we were discussing some sort of security. In fact, when you Google my name,
I remember I asked you that question.
Whether we are safe. And I think the President, His Excellency, takes security of this country seriously. Let me join my good friend, Eduji, to sympathize with the slain lawyer and the family. And it's unfortunate for anybody to die in this manner. It's not a pleasant situation for any family, for anybody to go through. But at the end of the day, let's be able to have this discussion in its right perspective, vis-a-vis what the Ghana Bar Association wrote and the response by the Ghana Police. As far as security in this country is concerned, relatively it's safer, if you should ask me, relatively.
Why do you say that?
Because if you study sociology, you realize that when society becomes heterogeneous, the tendency for crime to increase abounds. And that's, but in relation to what I've just said, and then the reports you were reading,
right.
I would have wished, I haven't read it, let me admit, I would have wished that we go into the details of the murders. That will really shape and really form the conversation as to what we are dealing with. Is it, let's say, spousal murder? Is it, people who are fighting and somebody got murdered, or is it armed robbery? So that it will really shape us. Because
I can help you with that. And Oklu, you'd have to pull up the the reports that I shared with you, the news article. I mean, much as these are disturbing, and I'll read a few. Much as these are disturbing numbers, one might not lose sight of the fact that these numbers represent those cases that have been reported to the police. We don't know how many victims have gone under the radar. Also, one must not get caught in the blinding light of numbers and forget that these are real people who had names, lives, and ambitions. Their fathers, mothers, blah, blah, blah. What does the regional distribution mean? There's a regional breakdown. The data shows that the Ashanti, Greater, and Eastern regions recorded the highest number of reported cases. On the other side of the scale, the Northeast, Northern, and Oti regions had the fewest reported cases. So in Ashanti region, the data indicates that Ashanti region is the murder capital of the country, having so far recorded the highest number of cases, with 72 cases recorded so far in the first quarter of 2021. Of these, 68 are males, while 5 are females. Those 73 cases were reported to the police. Investigations revealed that one was not a murder incident. So then let's go to another region, Greater Accra region. It followed that the Greater Accra region, which has so far recorded 40 cases in the first 6 months of the year, 28 males and 12 females. That's the Greater Accra region. And also, the status of the cases show that, well, they are under investigation. Eastern region, 39 reported cases. Of the total number, 0 and 19 years. 4 others were aged between 20 and 29 years. 13 were between 30 and 30 years, while 11 others victims are above 40 years. That's the male population. And then within the bracket of female population within the Eastern region, you had 3 of them being 30 to 39. The 6 remaining victims were over 40 years. Then we come to the Central region. 24 cases were recorded there. You come to the Volta region. 22 cases were recorded there. You come to the Bono East region. 21 cases were recorded there. You come to Tema region. All 7 recorded in the region have been confirmed. It was noted that all victims were males in Tema region. You go to the Western region, some 7 cases were reported in the Western region. You go to the Upper West region, about 7 cases were recorded in the region. They show that 6 males and 1 female victims of murder. Also in the Hafo region, 6 cases were recorded. In the Northern region, we had one of the latest regions reported murder case. The region recorded 5 cases. In the Oti region, we recorded 5 murder cases, people above 40. In the Northeast region, we recorded Northeast, just like the Northern region, recorded 5 murder cases. Bono region, 16 murder cases. And Western North region, 13 murder cases. Now also in the Upper East region, 12 murder cases. Savannah region, 11. 11 of those cases were recorded. Yeah, so those are the breakdown, the regional breakdown. It didn't state whether they're spousal murders or whatever it is.
Robbery.
But, yes, but what the police is able to confirm.
I understand.
Is that
So clearly, that
report
report didn't indicate and didn't really address my concern. That would have again shaped the conversation. However, I don't think Council, the police was trying to be insensitive. You know, they also have a responsibility to ensure that the country is relatively calm and safe, and to assure the good people of this country that in as much as there are pockets of violence or murders here and there, they're on top of issues. Do you understand? I say this not trying to be insensitive to those, even if one person is killed in that manner, is extremely unfortunate. However, we need as much as possible to address the issues as they are. According to the Ghana police, when the incident happened, unfortunately, they took steps to as they are supposed to. They issued a statement. 3 persons suspected to be involved have been arrested and they are being interrogated. And so for the Ghana Bar Association to allege and to assert that there's an upsurge of robbery cases or murders in this country, for them, I think they find that to be a bit overstretched.
But then the reality on the ground, and this morning off the top of my head,
the reality is that
I mentioned cases of murder, including that of MPs, that of lawyers, that of PR professionals, that of journalists. I mentioned that. And if these murders are not resolved, the people who are connected to it, the parents of the Takrady girls, for example.
You see, Johnny, like I said, when it comes to security, it's very difficult to discuss it publicly. Because if you're not careful, you might say something, somebody will be out there. The other day, again, we were discussing this issue, and I made a comment and somebody suggested if you were the one involved or if you were the
Right,
victim.
right.
So if you are discussing it, you are a bit sensitive. But at the same time, the information needs to be out there. Do you get it? I understand that those people who have been murdered in the names that you've mentioned, I mean, we haven't found the perpetrators, but some I think we have. I am not saying that it's okay, but in a society just as we have it, some of these things are bound to happen. What we need to tell the Ghana police, rather than the name calling, is to ensure that they get on top of their job and make sure they do their job. They also have a responsibility. Sometimes I get a bit worried when institutions come out with information. I mean, real-time information. We say, oh, no, you are doing a PR police. No. But at the same time, when they don't do it, we complain. And even trickles down and translates into politics. If you are working or you are building up all these infrastructures and you don't commit to, publicizing it, people will tell you, oh, mo ye juma si yente monka. Do you get it? But if you do it...
Would you rather the police have written and suggested that, oh, so and so murder happened here? This is the latest update. We have arrested 3 suspects.
Well,
we are interrogating them.
True.
Rather than to, in the first line, say, there is no upsurge in crime. When your own data shows that the thing is happening real time.
No,
Just last week or so, we have spoken about in Granza, at South, somebody who died, in the custody of police.
well,
We
like
have seen macho kaka of, people
Johnny.
aiming to shoot. We have seen in Gaza South a policeman aiming to shoot. We have seen a military man aiming to shoot.
Johnny,
When you say
I
these
think-
things, the people who feel insecure will not agree with you.
Johnny, as I drive through, Accra, sometimes you go for programs and you return home at night, you see police visibility.
Right.
I am saying that they are not a perfect institution.
That's right.
They are doing relatively better compared to other jurisdictions where you even expect that they will do better. Okay, I'm sorry, and I say this with the greatest of respect and humility. Just a couple of days ago, somebody took a gun, killed about 19 children. And it has been happening every now and then in a society that you would think they will do better. Do you get it? So I am saying that, yes, they are not a perfect institutions. They make mistakes. However, in recent times, we should agree that they've acted and
So do you agree with the report?
They are doing well.
The statement that the police wrote?
Do I agree? I think they gave information that is relevant. Maybe you might not agree with what you might refer to as defense. I don't think it's a form of defense. It's a form of giving out information regarding what has happened so far. Sometimes, or maybe somebody might think the police hasn't done anything at all.
Right.
But with this statement, it's clear that even on May 28th, they issued a statement on this incident.
Okay.
They have arrested people. If not for today's discussion, I don't think I would have even I've seen this
So
statement.
the
they released
opening
earlier.
line, the heading says, there is no upsurge in crime. We are on top of the security situation. Paragraph 1. The Ghana Police Service takes note of the statement issued by the Ghana Bar Association, GBA, with reference to the murder of a member of the GBA, lawyer Richard Badombi, on the Bole Bamboya Highway, and would like to state as follows. We wish to assure the public that there is no upsurge in crime. The service is on top of the security situation in the country and remains committed to its crime-fighting efforts. This is a dismissal of whatever reality somebody holds. If I'm a lawyer today, or like Eduji is here, and a colleague that he has worked closely with, has been murdered like this, for him, for whatever reason, he will not feel safe. I, as a journalist, given the fact that my picture has also been put up on the same network that Ahmed Swale's picture was put up by the same member of parliament, who still is the chairman of the security committee in parliament, okay? I will not feel safe like Ahmed Swale because he was killed when his picture was put up. So I'm saying that the reality of the individuals, if I'm a member of parliament today, which is why the MPs asked for security and they've been given police protection. The MP for Mfantima was killed. The MP for Abuakwa was killed. So I'm saying that the reality of people should be the reality of the police and not vice versa.
See, it depends on how you take it. I think the intent of this release is not to individualize what happened, but to give a general, appreciation of what is going on. We don't have the parameters and the factors that's being used to measure whether there is an upsurge in crime or otherwise, unless you do have it. So, say, for example, in a particular year, we had about 500 or 1,000 crimes. This year, we've had, say, 300. So, for anybody to suggest that this year there has been an upset, then the police will look at these parameters and then they will come to the conclusion. Now, look, years ago, these were the figures. Now, this is not the figure. So for you to suggest there's an upsurge, then we disagree. But again, I'll agree with anybody who will say, you have to be sensitive, especially around the same time when we haven't found the person who committed that particular crime. So definitely, it might appear, okay, it's being defensive, it's being dismissal, you are dismissing the concern. But I would want to assure the good people of this country on behalf of the government. I speak for the government.
Right.
I communicate for the government. That security is our priority. We take security of this country seriously. That is why we continue to provide them with logistics. We've augmented what had been provided for by even the previous administration. We are talking about CCTV. That was about 800. We are talking about 6,000 and over and all that. We are talking about giving them. Now you see these new motorbikes and all that. So we as a government, we are doing what we need to do.
Sir John had 5 pump action guns in his will.
Lawyer, you are here. Is it illegal to possess guns?
No, I didn't say it's illegal. I'm saying that one man.
Maybe that shows how safe you was.
I say one man.
Some people love guns.
No, I'm saying
but
one man.
But you don't have to bring Sir John into this matter. No, it's not fair. Come on, Johnny.
No, I'm asking.
You just mad the discussion. You didn't have to bring Sir John into this matter. I am asking
a question.
This is a person who is dead. He's gone. Let's let him sleep.
Allow me to ask my question.
Oh, no, you didn't have to bring him in.
I shouldn't ask my question.
It's not by a question. It's
I am saying that you are
giving
me assurance on behalf of the government that all is well. We are all safe. I'm saying one man had 5 guns and has wielded the same guns to a beneficiary. So the point is, if we are all safe, why do we all need guns?
But you don't know whether he's somebody who loves guns. He likes to keep guns, not because he's not safe. You don't know that for a fact. So for me, again, it's insensitive for you. We are talking about sensitivity, and I think for you to bring Sir John's issue here this morning, especially
I'm talking
on this
about
topic,
ownership of guns as well.
No, John, you shouldn't have done it.
It's a gun connoisseur.
No.
Guns in people's hands.
No, you didn't.
You know, I'm based.
No matter how safe and or unsafe I am, I'll never possess a gun because I don't like it.
That is you.
Yes, but somebody might feel extremely safe, protected, but still wants to own a gun, not because he's not safe.
I see.
So for you to connect this, I think you'll have believed it on that point. So for me, clearly, this government takes security seriously, and that all provisions. And just quite recently at the UN, we in fact today they will have a press statement. The Ghana and Norway in the United Nations.
Okay.
About our security, even on the Pirates and the Gulf of Guinea and all that. So we seriously take security in this country, whether on the sea or in the land. Seriously.
I hear you. Yeah. Thank you very much. We'll move on from this. Let's talk about monetization of politics and fallout from the NPP's regional elections that just happened. We're getting people now saying that I paid so much, for example. I gave 1,000 Cedis to over 800 delegates, and I still lost the elections. That's about 800,000 and more. Calls have been made to the special prosecutor to start looking in that direction, because if the MC nominee by the president had been held before the special prosecutor because he was caught on tape saying he gave people money to influence the district assembly elections, then obviously this big fish as well, who wanted to be regional chairman in your stronghold, should have been held. Council, what do you say?
Okay, so Johnny, I mean, since I would dovetail it into a broader conversation on monetization of our politics. Now, one of the fallouts of the regional elections of the MPP, that's Friday and Saturday, has been this hot audio coming from the MPP Northern Regional Vice Chairperson in the person of Felicia Cedi. And in that conversation, Madam Felicia Cedi makes it very clear and then consistent with the fears expressed by the NDC on the use of COVID-19 funds. Now, in this audio, Madam Tete is heard clearly, and there had not been any denial from her from the time this audio leaked. Whereupon she makes the point that she alone received close to 100,000 Ghana cedis from COVID funds. Yes. And does not only end there, she goes further to say that even constituency executives were equally given COVID money. Now she makes the point that because she was parliamentary candidate of the MPP for the Sagnarigu constituency, she was given additional 50,000 Ghana cedis from COVID funds. For me, that's extremely troubling. Extremely troubling. I say it is extremely troubling because, one, the posturing of this administration, anytime an issue about auditing COVID funds comes up, has been one of creating what you call a firewall around that conversation. The whole administration is paranoid about any conversation on COVID-19 funds. Because you see, we have said consistently that COVID, being a pandemic, it appears that it became rather an avenue for people to basically steal public funds.
You're not sure what the monies were given to Madame Felicia Tete and other chairmen and other regional executives?
Purely for politics.
You don't know?
No, purely for politics.
How do you know?
No, in the audio. In fact, I could see it so that you can play the audio to your viewers this morning. In the audio, Madame makes it very clear that the sole reason why she was given additional 50,000 was because she was the MPP parliamentary candidate.
She mentioned
without more. Now, I want us to do a simple calculation this morning. 275 MPP parliamentary candidates in the last election.
Right.
Simple calculation. Times 50,000. How much is that?
You do your calculation.
So
we are
we are doing it live stream, live, program. Times 275. I don't want anybody to say Eduji is manipulating. So that is 13.7 million Ghana cedis. So if we are even taking the figure at the face value of 50,000 Ghana cedis to each one of the NPP parliamentary candidates, that is 13.5 million.
On the assumption that everybody got 50,000.
No, she
From
said...
the party?
No, from central government. COVID funds was it given to MPP?
Go ahead.
COVID fund, MPP custodian of COVID funds. So, to the extent that public funds are deliberately doled out to MPP parliamentary candidates, of which Madame Felicia alone got 50,000 of this amount. And I'm surprised that the traditional media wants to, cover up this story.
Oh, how?
Yes, I know you did your bite yesterday, and I heard you on it. But I'm saying that the other stations have decided in a very hasty manner to cover up this story. Because you see, the minority, and I remember the ranking on finance, Ato Forsen and Co., brought a private member motion, which motion was admitted by Speaker Bagwe. Now, when Speaker Bagwe traveled with Joe Wise presiding, the MPP minority made sure that bill, that motion that was admitted, they got it out because they are equally beneficiaries. I'm making this point. And that they were scared that an audit into COVID-19 expenditure will expose all of them. And you see, because God loved the people of Ghana, God found someone to provoke Madame Felicia Tete to now come out publicly that she alone, aside the 50,000, she got another. So Madame Felicia alone got 100,000 Ghana cedis.
Which she said she ceded to the party.
Eventually. And shared it. And she gave the sharing formula. Johnny, I am saying that we have a pandemic. And the whole idea is that government goes to parliament to say that, look, stabilization fund is not supposed to be touched. But we have a pandemic never seen before. Permit us to use $250 million from that. It gave government of Ghana 1.2 billion Ghana cedis with the exchange rate. Okay? They said some for free water, free this, free this, free this. Now what is becoming clear is that there was supposed to be another component, the 600 for business support among others.
MDSSI loan.
Exactly.
Now GBA.
It becoming very clear that the over 33 billion Ghana cedis COVID funds that this administration got were basically shed like granite among party apparatchiks. And you see, all these revelations are coming out as a result of the MPP internal election. If not, we would never have gotten to know this.
So someone says Madame Felicia Tete was on a self-vindication,
No, because she had been accused of sitting down on the money.
Right.
And so she had come out with, and you know where she said in the audio, that you see, when some people accuse you falsely, people will tell you that, oh no, but she believed that this person wants to damage her.
So it must not go on.
And that she had to go and answer. And she went publicly and put it on a public platform, saying that she received 100,000 of COVID-19 funds. And of the 100,000, this is how she disbursed the money. And proceeded to even say other constituency executives received some 10,000, 15,000, 20,000. President Akufo-Addo, how in God's name can you do this to public funds? And I say this because I remember his inaugural speech, obviously highly plagiarized, where he makes the point that I shall protect the public purse. Mr. Akufo-Addo, is that how to protect the public purse?
You're jumping the gun.
I am not.
An audit has been called. So wait for the audit to be done. Wait for the report.
No, we have said that.
The special prosecution has been given a nod, by the people to investigate this.
No, we have said that. Look, Amir is here. We have said that. Look, allow a special audit of COVID funds.
Right. So
government of Ghana.
So wait for that to happen before you. I'll give it. No, I'll give it. Okay, we'll take a break.
Yes.
When we return, then I may have a trade.
Government of Ghana, we members of the NDC, the minority. In fact, last week, Friday, Speaker of Parliament had to express the concern on almost direct Minister Ken Ofori-Atta to come to Parliament and explain to the people of this country how COVID-19 funds were utilized. I think that consistent with our constitutional principle of probity, accountability, and transparency, this Akufo-Addo administration must immediately allow itself to be audited relative to COVID-19 funds.
We'll take a break.
I'm worried. I'm deeply worried this morning.
We'll take a break. When we return, Kofi Ameyar will have his bites on this matter. Maybe we'll talk a bit about the reality where he has a discussion. We'll see you after the break. Welcome back, and thank you very much indeed for staying with us. My guest, lawyer Cedi is a member of the NDC's Legal and Communication team. Also, Frederick Kofi Ameyar, he is a rep of the NPP. He is also the information officer at Ghana's permanent mission to the United Nations, stationed in New York. Kofi, before the break, Cedi had made his...
I thought you allowed me to...
Oh, no, you concluded you've spoken for over 10...
Ameyar, you are not gagging me.
Let the question.
Your bite.
First of all, I knew Eduji would go that trajectory because when the topic was given, monetization of politics, I felt it was a good topic for us to discuss, the pros and cons of money in our politics. Just like their stock in trade, he went that tangent, being partisanly political. Of course, that's the reason why he's here. But at the end of the day, why do you sit on TV and discuss a matter that you cannot verify? Just because it's a tape? When your chairman was heard on a tape inciting people to go and insult people, he denied it. And now you are even in court discussing it. You get so now you found the tape, you haven't determined whether the veracity of it, whether it's true or otherwise, whether it's doctored or not, and then you go ahead and start giving calculations as if you're a math teacher.
But in verifying this tape? Because this is supposed to be a regional
In any
vice
case,
chair is supposed to be
in any case, the
a former parliamentary candidate who is doing very, very well.
You gave him 10 minutes to flow.
I'm asking, I'm just asking
flow?
you to mention this.
Please.
So that
You see, on the issue of the COVID-19 funds that, were released, the 750 million Ghana cedis that was given to the small businesses, then the MBSSI, now the Ghana Enterprise.
Yeah, GBA.
Good. I can assure you, and let your producers verify, that Media General, you were giving portions of the 750.
I don't know.
I'm telling you for a fact.
Independently verify this.
I'm telling you for a fact.
I cannot independently
because
verify.
that money went into the media as well. A lot of media houses got some.
How much did they give us?
I don't know. So I'm telling you. So ask your.
But you are telling us.
Money.
You are the one saying
the creative arts industry. They got their fair share as well.
I'm not too sure about the information, so I disassociate myself until I independently
it's in the
verify
budget.
it.
I am not giving you any information that is out of the blue or just like Eduji alleging here and there.
And if you see media, it means that it was given to Media General.
I'm telling you, I'm asking you. Ask your management
was
whether they will Media General will be government will be giving them money. I am only sharing with you what the COVID-19
that is why
money was used for vis-a-vis what Eduji has been saying.
Hold on for me. You will flow, but I'm saying that I cannot independently sitting here verify that because you saw media in your COVID-19 disbursement,
I'm sitting
it
here.
means Media General.
I'm sitting here.
I cannot independently verify.
I'm not saying because I saw media.
Ourselves
I am telling you for a fact that the allocation of the 750 million Ghana cedis, some went to the media, including Media General.
I cannot independently verify.
Then verify.
Then
let's have a discussion. Yeah. Again, we fed 11 million staff and students, making sure we provide them with essential supplies so that they could go to school and write the exams and continue with the education. Okay, what we use the funds for, it's available for everybody to see. When you read the appendices of the budget statement from the Ministry of Finance, every money that has been spent has been accounted for. In any case, we have the Public Account Committee, we have the Auditor General's Department. They can do all these audits as our friends here. For me, the call for an independent audit of the COVID-19 funds, I support it. Because as far as this government is concerned, we have been extremely transparent and we did not take advantage of the COVID-19 pandemic. In fact, we were sensitive to the people and we took an audacious decision to ensure that though even the economy would die, we will protect the lives of every Ghanaian. Johnny, just around here, you go to the Tiptoe Lane area, and for almost 2 weeks, we ask people not to go out there to earn a daily living or a daily bread. Okay? But we provided something for them. So I am saying that when we have a tape that is not verified, that is not authenticated, and then you run with it because that's what you want Ghanaians to hear. And I'm saying that that's the nature of the NDC. Propaganda.
So that's why I asked you, is your party interested in verifying this tape and clearing your name? Because this is supposed to be from, and Danny, maybe you look for that tape for me. We played it yesterday. This is supposed to be from.
You are playing something that you haven't verified whether it's true.
A high ranking.
Playing something that it has not been authenticated.
Can I please finish my question?
Okay.
Thank you. I'm saying that this is coming from a high-ranking member of your party, supposedly. Is your party interested in clearing the air? I've not heard the NPP speak, apart from you now telling us that this tape is not verifiable.
Is it verified? Is it authenticated?
Has it been denied?
No, I'm asking.
No,
so the fact that it has not been denied is okay. Because 2011, when you had your Congress in Sunyani, Herbert Mensah alleged that you spent $90 million. Did you deny it?
Yes, it was quickly denied by Gabe.
Do you get it?
If
So
you recall.
for me, clearly.
Quickly.
Allow him, Eduji, please.
No, because...
When the last quarter of 2012, the John Dramani Mahama administration overspent our budget to the tune of $4 billion US. And we were asking for accountability. Were you able to account for it? Do you get it? So I am saying that when we have an opportunity to discuss such a very important issue, whether money in our politics is good or bad, and then we just shelve it.
We'll come to it.
Relegate it.
I'll come to it.
Go into partisan politics, allegations and alleging and doing calculations when actually, as a matter of fact,
Are you saying that no money at all was given, as it's been alleged in the tape?
From the COVID-19 funds?
COVID-19
I am
funds,
telling you that the COVID-19 funds was made available to every Ghanaian. Okay? Sometimes we create the impression, I am not admitting or saying that money was given to them directly for one purpose or the other. But I'm also saying that, why is it that when money goes into a certain group of people, whether NDC, CPP, we make it feel as though they are not Ghanaians? As though they are not Ghanaians.
So here in the tape, maybe Danny played a bit of the tape for me. Quickly.
Again.
Hold on for me, please. Play a bit of the tape for me, yes. And this is...
Last time, I think last month or so, he made another comment. And as usual, people will say that, oh, madam, you are above it, don't talk. But let me tell you, if somebody closes his eyes to damage you, there is nothing like you are above responding to such a person. That one day, I will not take it. I will also have to come out and explain myself. If that makes me a bad leader, fine. But I will have to explain myself. And I know there are descendant people on this platform who will listen and do their own investigations. The COVID fund came. I was given 50,000. Oh. My quota was 50,000 as a regional second vice. Then, who doubles as a parliamentary candidate for Sanargu? I had another 50,000 cedis, making it 100,000. Then the constituency were given, is it 200,000 or so? I can't remember. So I called for, and MCE was given 30,000. I can't remember. Then Chairman was given 20,000, and I think the other executives, is it 10,000, or was it Chairman was giving 10,000? But I can't remember. So I called them.
The tape allegedly associated to Madame Felicia Tete. She was the NPP's parliamentary candidate for the Sangarigu constituency, and also a second regional vice chairman of the New Patriotic Party in the Northern region, alleging that she was giving 50,000 cedis of COVID-19 funds, first as a regional executive, another 50,000 as the candidate of the New Patriotic Party. She goes on to mention that the MC was given 30,000 and some other executives 20, 10, and in that order. So it means that more than 100,000 went to the region and if you like, the various MCs and all of that. This is a claim that has been made. And I'm asking again, is your party interested in verifying this to clear your name? Because then she mentioned COVID-19 funds. You say we can trace the COVID-19 cash, but somebody is saying it was sent out there, given to them to do what exactly? Are you willing to verify?
But again, she said COVID-19 funds. Did you say where it came from? No, I'm asking. It's because the name COVID-19, so we assume it's coming from the COVID-19 like funds that were available. So I am saying that we have a responsibility as people in this political ecosystem, okay, not to sensitize or incite the people unduly. First of all, have you even called the lady to verify whether indeed it's her voice on the tape?
She had not denied.
No, wait.
Allow.
I'm here on TV3. Has there been a call placed to her?
Yesterday we tried, the phone was off.
So why can't we be patient enough and get her side of the story? Let her speak on it, and then we can move on. If it's the case, then of course we can have the discussion.
Would you want the police and special prosecutor to investigate?
Why not? And what exactly would they be investigating?
I don't know.
Is there a crime committed here?
To clear the
Why wouldn't you call for the police to investigate? Has she committed a crime? You see, that's the problem I have. Like, we bastardize people, we malign people, and then again we call for the right things to be done. I think it would have been fair if at least for justice, fairness, we will allow her to speak on it. Fortunately, that will not be the case. But again, I am interested in your topic, and I am saying that money in our politics is not a bad thing. But when it's unregulated, just like in our country it's not regulated, then it becomes an issue. However, without money, you cannot do proper campaigning. I am telling you. For example, if I should come here and ask for airtime to play any advert for Stephen in Team, I don't think we can be able to afford it. And for
Well, you can afford it. Stephen Tim is a big businessman. Why can't he afford
you
it?
don't have a problem.
You don't have a problem.
Well, you give me some. You give me some.
Stephen
So
Tim is a big businessman.
no, politics, I want to put it out there that politics is extremely. In fact, when you are even branding a candidate and you are not even the type of flyers, artwork you do, if you are not careful, you let your candidate lose votes because if it's not of quality. And
But where the money goes to influence the outcome of the election. It's called
any
treating
politician,
in one of our laws.
No,
it's called treating.
No, any politician that will give money to a delegate to vote for him. For me, it's
No, I'm saying that
not,
it's an offense in one of our laws. I've forgotten. It's called treating.
Yeah, it's
And
So if anybody is found,
and that somebody makes an open admission
and that's
on
why the
radio
special
on
prosecutor is
Akuma FM.
after one.
Well, but
yeah.
but there's another man who said I gave 10,000
thousands.
to 800 over 800 delegates.
The police should go after him if it's a crime. But at the end of the day, if you are a candidate or a politician and you give money to somebody to vote for you, then you have a problem. You are not a proper politician. I mean, yes, you spend money here and there because when you call them for a meeting, you have asked them to come. At the end of the day, you have to provide for their water, you have to provide for their transportation. But to say I'm giving you money, go out there and vote for me because I'm giving you money. Trust me, if that's the case, I believe no government will lose an election.
I hear you.
But Johnny, you see, just 30 seconds. You see, Johnny.
I mean, no political party in government.
Absolute. I mean, you see, you cannot take the issue of money from our politics.
But how much of it should be? How much of it should be in
I am
politics?
reading about a Nigerian politician who said in an election, people came to him for money and he said he won't pay. He had only 3 votes. Then after that, he had calls from 300 people saying that they were all the people who voted for him. I mean, basically trying to show the level of, monetization in our politics. You cannot. But like my brother Amir pointed out, in the case of Madame Felicia Tete, she basically runs a radio station, Diamond FM in Tamale.
Right.
From the time this audio came out to date, she had not debunked it. I am saying that if you want to know, and I'm interested enough, you raised the issue of our NDC chairman. Look, when this issue came, at least the government took the audio of our national chairman to the Israeli Institute of Forensic, Israel,
Right.
just basically to do this. I am saying that Akufo-Addo should show the same level of sincerity by asking for a probe into this hot audio coming from Madame Felicia Tete. In fact, to the point that she made the point.
Allegedly.
Yes, she made the point that over 200,000 Ghana cedis was given to the constituency as well. And all this money is coming from COVID-19 fund.
How do you know that?
No, because you see, when Akufo-Addo wanted
No, how
to
do you
become
know that?
president,
That's the danger. You
when
don't know that
no,
for a
hold on.
fact.
When
No,
Akufo-Addo
you don't know
wanted
that
to
for a
become
fact.
president,
How do you know
he
that?
was relying on Kaya Yates, contributions from Kaya Yates to become president. How did he suddenly get 200,000?
Okay.
To do the kind of
Thank
thing
you
he's doing?
very much indeed.
50,000,
Grateful.
100,000.
Is that the tangible
Grateful.
evidence? Is that what you
Grateful.
No, but that is
Lawyer Dujita Maklo is one of the NDC's legal and communication team. Also, Frederick Kofi Ameao is with the Ghana's permanent mission to the United Nations stationed in New York. Fred Agbenyo says, Johnny, ask my brother Ameao if he has to defend everything. Is it that he doesn't care about his image and reputation again? Truth is that they share the COVID-19 money among themselves. Well, today happening in business on TV3 at 7 p.m. and also at 4:30 p.m. We'll tell you about 15 items with the highest rate of inflation and explain why they affect you. Fuel consumption is dropping. We will tell you the implications on the government revenue and the OMCs. And all things being equal, fuel prices may go up in the first pricing window, next pricing window. Bank of Ghana is piloting e-seeding. We'll tell you more about it. Also, today is the Ambassador Hannah Tete's birthday. Happy birthday to you, madam. Also, happy birthday to Forgive Agbasi of Ashaman from Noelza. Patience, belated birthday to Patience Edu of the MG Newsroom, your editor. Happy birthday also to Michelle, Miguel, and Michaela. You are 5 years today. Happy birthday to Human Resource Manager of Cedi Government Hospital, Mr. Albert Ni Ajay. Happy birthday also to Foster Bafo of Ghana's Strongest Fame. To the founder of Ghana Cocoa Awards and the Cocoa Post, Mr. Koto Hayford, you have 40 years to get. Come for happy birthday today. Reverend Father Robert Nida Kwatope, it's your birthday today. Happy birthday to you. Also, Mr. Benjamin Alpha and Mrs. Sandra Lam, it's your birthday. Reverend Bishop Gideon Titi Ofeng, Senior Bloby of the Pleasant Place Church, it's your birthday today. Efri Ewuta, it's your birthday today. Kojo Bento Angel of MOBA 96, it's your birthday today. And a big congratulations to our group CEO, Madam Beatrice Ajiman. You won the Ghana CEO Excellence Awards, the CEO of the Year. So happy celebration to you, Auntie B. We love you and we pray that the Lord will keep lifting you. Today, the Speaker of Parliament will host this first seminar at the Accra International Conference at 1 p.m. sharp. They're looking at Parliament, its business, and the Supreme Court in perspective. And you are invited to attend. Also, Imani Africa has the second Imani Fiscal Recklessness Index for 2022. It's happening today at Tang Palace Hotel, Roman Ridge, 9 a.m. this morning. And we will get into the detail later tomorrow. There's more coming up here on TV3Newday. We'll have Poster Ben Efsin and also Dr. Asa Santi of the University of Ghana. We're talking about the fallout from the NPP's regional elections. But know that for 4 weeks on, the children in our schools have not been fed because school feeding caterers have not been paid. Good morning to our gender minister in New York, connected still and committed to the party, Honorable Ajwa Safo. Good morning to you. We'll see you after the break.